My name's Aimee Driscoll. First of all, I have cystic fibrosis and I've had 2 double lung transplants. I met Ellie during my first transplant. And I can't talk about Ellie without crying because this is very significant in my life. I was laid up in my hospital bed, hooked to every machine imaginable. My body had completely gone. I was on full life support. I was on ECMO. I was on full breathing support with a trach. I had every IV imaginable. No weight to my body, absolutely no muscle, no strength. I had nothing. My heart was enlarged. My kidneys were starting to go. I was just a mess. I was at the very top of the transplant list at the time, but it was very hard to find a match for me. So when Ellie came in, she told me about her story and how much she had been through, and the 2 transplants that she had already had in such a short amount of time, and the grave condition that she was in, and still being able to smile about that and bring encouragement to other people while she was still recovering herself. And knowing how hard it was, but being able to come in and say, you know what? It's hard and it sucks, but it's possible and it gets better and you can do it. And like physically seeing somebody that had been through it and not just hearing about it was everything that I needed in that moment to carry on. So Ellie, from the get-go, has always been a major source of inspiration and love and light and support in my life. We were not sure, that a second transplant was going to work out, considering that I had rejection. Like, yeah, okay, I might get the transplant, but who knows how long I'll have. So we were kind of like, let's make sure we live out some stuff that we might want to do in case it doesn't go well. So I took a month and I spent a lot of time just doing things that I wanted to do just in case that I didn't get the chance to do them. There was a lot of nights I cried, and there was a lot of nights that I just couldn't sleep. I was worried to death that we were not going to be able to do this and afford this. And at that point, we had reached out to Ellie's Army Foundation and Stacy and Brian, and through the grace of their foundation and their giving heart and spirit, we were able to get funds to pay for our apartment and utilities that we needed to live in North Carolina while I went through my second transplant and recovered. And I felt like not only like literally, but figuratively, like I could breathe again. It was such a huge weight off me and my family's back. And I have a son. He just turned 12, but he has severe autism and does not do well with change and travel and living in different environments. So he stayed back home in Maine, and my in-laws watched over him while we were away. So it wasn't a matter of like, why didn't you sell your home? It was a matter of we needed our second home. We needed to keep our son in his specialty schooling environment and safe and happy with his needs for his autism. Everything is overwhelming when you live with chronic illness, and it just doesn't end. There's no like, hey, we fixed this, you're better. It's one thing after the next. You are trading one set of problems for another when you have transplant, and it's a blessing. I would not take it back. It's the only thing I've ever wanted, and it's provided me life and provided me the chance to raise my son and be a wife and a, family member and friend and everything that I need to be in this world. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's a very hard thing to do, and nobody wants to do it. It's just your only choice. To be able to have funds through Ellie's Army Foundation for not only housing, but medications and everything that I could need in the future, knowing that other people benefit from this as well, is just mind-blowing. We need more people like this out there, and we need more people to donate because it doesn't stop. But it's our only chance.